Good morning and welcome to Any Answers Live. I'm Richard Hattersley. Thank you for joining us today, where we'll be talking about VAT rate changes and complications. And boy, have there been some complications. Some rate changes upcoming on the in October. Jason, do you want to start us off? What's happening? I understand we're going to have 4 rates to wrestle with.
Indeed, yes. I think the last time we had 4 rates, I think it was 1979. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ruth.
I couldn't remember when we last had 4 rates.
Yeah, I was looking up over the weekend and it's like 1979. I'm like, okay, fair enough. Obviously, we probably didn't have computers back in 1979. So in theory, it should be easier, but actually it probably isn't. So as a result of the pandemic last year, the government they allowed the reduced rate to be applied to catering and hospitality type services, which ultimately was designed for those businesses, that sector which has a decline in the number of customers. They're just not queuing up for coffees or buns anymore. So it was allowing businesses to maintain their prices and to create a little bit more profit margin for them. Or they could have reduced their prices. I can't recall many ever did. In fact, most put their prices up. Anyway, but the point is, it was there to try and keep that sector going. Then it was announced that earlier on in the year that the 5% rate would change to 12.5%. I mean, effectively, they're going to phase it back up to 20%. I guess from April next year, it'll go back to 20% as it was before. But rather than have that cliff edge drop where you go from 5 to 20, they've created this new rate, effectively like a reduced rate 2, because of course the reduced rate at 5% still exists for other things, like conversion of property and stuff. So we've effectively got 2 reduced rates. So that's interesting. And I've already seen over the weekend a campaign from Wetherspoons and other kind of big names campaigning the government to not bring it back to 20%. But that's politics, so we'll leave that for today.